Okay, we are back now, moving into the fifth house. So, fifth house energy is ruled by Leo. So, when you're looking at charts and you're feeling overwhelmed, let me just say, because I'm, again, not only teaching the science of astrology or trying to bring awareness to the science of astrology, but also helping you connect with your intuition. Okay, start there. So, looking at a fifth house situation, you ask yourself first, well, what energy rules this house? We're going to go into this house. What house is it? And when we go into the fourth house, it's ruled by the moon. It might be the quiet house. It might be the house with the lights down and it's hot outside and the cooler's on and maybe a couple candles and a little stew cooking, and it's kind of more of a you walk in carefully into the fourth house. Okay. Now I didn't focus as much as I wanted to when I talked about the fourth house because it also does rule mother. Okay. So going back to the fourth house, just to bring awareness, these could be surrounded by mother issues. So some of you may have a mother move in if you have a fourth house in Leo. Move into your house, take care of, or add to. Okay. So I don't want to I don't I again these thoughts are coming up. So the intuitive astrology that I'm talking about, fifth house, sun, okay? Sun, vitality, romance, children, fun jobs. coming out coming out here on YouTube is a fifth house energy. It's me coming out and saying, this is everything I love. This is everything I love to do. And I have a big happiness to it. If you saw me in my sixth house when I'm cleaning floors and toilets, you might not see this big smile on my face. This is fifth house energy being activated right now. My fifth house energy, when I press the button, comes. Okay? When the North Node in Leo activates somebody's fifth house, this is going to be a lot of excitement in the area of children. This could be going on cruises, on vacations, finally, or getting money that would support something grandiose. It's kind of these grandiose opportunities. This could also be, in terms of romance, getting in a relationship with somebody that's just like, I'll pick you up at 5 and in the limo and be ready, and they sweep you off your feet. And you're like, oh my gosh, I've never been treated like a queen or a king like this. The kind of people that you may experience, because people who have good hearts that use Leo energy do want to share and lavish on others. Okay. The dark side of that energy, of that romance, is going to be somebody dominating you, somebody coming in and they looked fabulous and you didn't even see it coming. Again, there will be, I hate to label it, but there will be a narcissistic energy really strong because the North Node's going to amplify everything. Everybody's taking a little shot of this North Node energy drug, So, when it comes to children, the energy is going to bring a lot of focus to kids, to children, to things. Maybe one of your children could get signed on to something where they're, recognized. If you have young children, you want them to be in commercials. Like, now's the time, the next 18 months, to push it if you want that. If you want to be, in your career, if you do use your fifth house energy in your career, not everybody does. Well, some people, like if you had your fifth house in Scorpio, okay, you would be conflicted a little bit with, okay, I can come out, but then I need my privacy, So for people who have Leo in their fifth house, this is going to really bring them out. They could really be like recognized, unbelievable. Again, relationships might be really romantic, or let's go take the vacation of our dreams, or let's even like for a lot of people who've been financially struggling, let's say couples and partners and just doing the grind, doing the North Node Virgo grind, it might be like we haven't even been able to afford to go out and have a nice dinner. And, it's like, let's go and spoil ourselves. Let's go spend the money. And, we're in the North Node's in Virgo. It's like, no, don't spend the money. You don't need that. You have food at home. Fifth house Leo energy is like, let's go out to dinner. Let's liven up this relationship. Okay, so if there's a little bit of eh in the relationship, all work and no play, you're going to see fifth house people are going to see a lot of play. North Node, sixth house, that's me. I mentioned a little bit earlier that I'm really hoping this will help me get a schedule and help me really focus and help me be really driven to finish projects because I have so many on the table that it scares me sometimes. Am I just gonna let another project go by and not do anything with it? Let it sit there. Should I go back? I might have the energy to take them all on. Who knows? I don't know. It's gonna build. I mean, I'm looking at this in an 18-month period. Last couple weeks, I was just like crawling out of my skin energetically with this fire feeling coming. Like some of us are feeling it already. And I started walking. I'm like, I got to get in shape. I got to stop sitting around. I have been like in my head for so long. I need to get moving. I need to move. So I started walking like a mile and a half. And it was just like release so much tension and anxiety. So I'm really looking at the next 18 months. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have to make some health changes. I'm going to have to take care of some issues and, you know, um, just look at those things that I've been avoiding. North Node Virgo did bring a lot of things to the surface, but I didn't quite pull it all together. I just have all the knowledge. So it's like, it's going to focus on my sixth house. So yeah, I'm going to be focused on health and my family's health, and, knowing this going into it and trying to heed the warning, like, I don't want to push it. It's like you're an astrologer. You know that the North Node in your health, in sixth house of health, could bring out, if you don't just make those subtle changes that you need to make, those little changes you need to make, like, we don't want to have to tell you. Like, get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. So maybe that's how I see it. And I don't know, if I'm like everybody else, we get motivated like New Year's resolution, and then, we have to have something bad happen to wake us up. Most of us do because we just don't have a true awareness of, that part of life unless we have like, it really takes us to the core. So I know health is on my table and I'm excited about it. I'm a little nervous because like I said, I've put myself on the back burner so long just coming out of such a hard time in my life that it feels kind of weird to be like, I'm going to take a walk, then I'm going to go take a hot bath. Like, I feel guilty as a Virgo. Like, oh my gosh, like, you have so much work to do. You can't be lounging around in the bathtub in the middle of the day when all the kids are at school. And just with your candles and, but I've been doing that because, I've just been feeling this need like, well, if I don't take care of myself in these areas, I don't have the energy for everybody else anyway. Um, Leo's a little luxurious, but I do believe it has to do with me becoming aware of my health by slowing down and taking care of yourself and taking a nap and giving yourself permission to just do the basics. Like, I know that may sound really easy for some people. If you have a lot of Virgo in your chart, you know that like we don't do that. I went and got my nails done. I'm like, no, I'm just little ways because it's making me feel good and just giving myself that permission. That's the North Node. That's the North Node already fueling this. So I'm going to have to be careful because I already am telling my family, like, do you guys not know who I am? Like, I'm feeling that energy. And it's because the North Node in Virgo, I was such a servant for the last 18 months. And I needed to be that servant to my home and, in a positive servant way. But all of a sudden, I'm like, you can pick that up yourself. And, and I know most people do that anyway, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's not all of us operate. And so when the North Node fuels, people who don't normally experience that kind of energy often will. This is a chance for us to really claim ourselves. Seventh house. Seventh house. Okay, North Node in the seventh house. That's just what I went through. With it being in Leo, this could be power trips. This could be struggles for domain. This could be coming together and creating something phenomenal with others. This could be meeting a celebrity that helps you get to where you want to get to, or getting around people that know people, name dropping that gets you to where you want to be. Seventh house Leo people often always have, like, I got backstage and I took a picture with so and so and I got to ride in their limo. We were just standing there. Like, that seventh house Leo energy, like this luck around, fame and celebrity. You could be meeting some people coming in that have some recognition that bring in this good energy to you. And it's being able to be around strong people in your career. You may all of a sudden be having, like, in the workplace, like, oh my gosh, everybody is so strong, like wanting power, wanting attention. So, these things can cause problems, of course. You just have to know what you're walking into, be more of an observant, and also realizing that fame or recognition or legacies or success, they aren't always in 15 minutes of fame up on lights. Like, I want to live a lifetime of those things and have moments of recognition and work hard behind the scenes in moments. Like, we can all push for that 15 minutes, but it won't sustain us for a lifetime. And I think the North Node in Leo on the positive side could really be bringing in that understanding that, somebody that we look up to that sustain their celebrity, Barbara Streisand or, Celine Dion, like, how did they do that? They kept their name out there through the generations, through the changes, through the decades. They didn't just, rise and fall. So it's asking yourself that. Seventh house is the type of relationship. So if you feel like you're, everybody's, stomping on you to get to the top, just sit still. No, it's going to be handed to you. It's miraculous. Leo energy rules cinema, rules theater, rules the show, So it's like this is movie making time, especially if there's some Leo and Pisces energy together. I mean, this could really be, coming up with an extremely creative idea that gets seen by, the world renowned. Okay, this again, these are the kind of names. Leo energy is very, everything is in like big words. Like, you can always recognize a Leo, like, when you comment on a Facebook and you say, like, LOL, little LOL, a Leo will be like capital LOL. Or you are capital amazing. We see that a lot with Donald Trump with that Leo energy, even though he's a Gemini, these big words that everybody scrutinizes because he's using big words, but, like, that's Leo, can be grandiose, but they don't always have meaning. So it's like, wow, that's incredible. Well, is just everything incredible? Well, like, it could become to the point where it's like, yeah, you say that up to everybody, But, just a lot of showboating, a lot of, a lot of that going on. Should be a good year, the next 18 months for car sales because people are going to want to be getting in that red car or just sprucing things up. So eighth house is other people's money. And this can really correlate with the seventh house and what I was just talking about. I didn't mention eighth house, but in my mind I was kind of moving into the eighth house with my thoughts. And eighth house is other people's money. This is also a place that's very secretive, hidden secrets, hidden intimacy, hidden relationships. So you do want to be careful because you got to remember the sun is going to light up these houses. So if you have any houses in your world that you have hidden with the little lock on it or the lights off, when Leo gets there, it's like, shh, we're going to pull the shades up, open the doors, let the sunshine in, let the air in. And you're like, wait a minute, wait. So you want to do your work on your eighth house. What's in your file cabinets? What's in your lock safe? What's behind the doors? These things could come out into the light. Okay. So, it's cleaning house in those dark places and asking yourself, is it really worth, if there's anything that I don't want to be seen, is it worth maintaining that or keeping that going? A North Node will bring that out. So it also could be other people's money. Again, people who have money names, celebrities, somebody investing in you, somebody coming in, like they could even be a private investor, but like everybody knows them. Yeah, so the eighth house, it'll be interesting, but this is a place for, great opportunity and expansion because the sun, does bring energy into things and expands things, and it's a ripple of vitality, so, but do need to be aware what's in the eighth house. It will bring light there. Ninth house, okay, ninth house can represent travel. Ninth house represents higher learning, can also represent father, okay. Um, this could be something that comes in that, opens your mind to something about your father, or you learn information, or you go on again. Here we go with travel. I mean, this is a great opportunity, or you get accepted to a highly recognized school or accepted for a highly recognized position. Again, this Leo energy has this starlight quality to it. It also has this um, grandiose feel. So the hardest part in this grandiose ideas is when we get grandiose, and we love to be grandiose about something, like when you dream about something and you go, oh my gosh, I could do this and I could do that, and I could make money, and you start dreaming and it's this giant picture and it looks so good, and you tell everybody about it and you convince everybody how great it's going to be, and then you actually have to go do it. And then it's like, years and years. Oh, I thought you were going to, oh, I'm still trying to make that happen, but then you have to kind of realize, like, well, maybe I need to lower my expectations just a little bit. Um, Ninth house energy can be, because it's ruled by Jupiter, extremely expansive. But again, this is a great time, to come out. And if you, have that guru quality or that teacher quality, that master quality, you need to be teaching. You need to get your position. You need to be out there and be recognized. Okay. Your picture needs to be on the wall. So that's that kind of energy. 10th house. 10th house is career, okay? And this, people who have a 10th house in Leo are often Scorpio risings. So Scorpios are coming back now. Scorpio rising energy is coming back. And the 10th house is really going to bring them out to the forefront in their roles. They're going to be taking more pictures of themselves, talking more, sharing more, being willing to get out in the public more, being willing to, all right, I'm here. I've got to get out. I've got to get out behind closed doors. I'm ready. Everybody else is doing it. Why can't I have it too? Okay, because, with it, like I said, with Leo in the 10th house, that being of a Scorpio rising, um, they sit back and analyze everybody else who's out here making fools out of themselves. They don't want to make a fool out of themselves, but they watch and they're like, well, if I were going to do it, this is how I would do it. Well, guess what? The next 18 months, watch out for Scorpios. They're going to be doing it. All right. And better than ever. Like, so classy. Like, they're not making fools out of themselves because they've already watched us all do it. All right. So, North Node in the 10th house is a great placement. Again, remember, when the North Node comes into something, it's often so incredibly powerful that it, especially with all this fire, could blow things up first. But don't panic. Don't panic if all of a sudden your life looks like every worst case possible scenario. It's just coming in quick, okay? Getting rid of stuff, bringing awareness quickly. It has 18 months to radically change your life. So let it do its job. Get out of the way, okay? 11th house. If you have 11th house Leo, this is really amazing because this could really bring you to the, again, powerful position within your social connections. If you have a humanitarian effort, or if you believe in something, or you want to make something really popular, or you want to bring attention to your group or your circle. If you have the 11th house in Leo, which would be Libra risings or Libras, okay, guess what? Libras, you guys need to be out there, the star of the circles, okay? You're in it to win it. You care about everybody else. You're kind of willing to come down to everybody's level a little bit, but you will be, you're the showstopper. You're the one everybody's looking to. You're magnetic. So, this Libra energy will bring that out in the 11th house, that Leo energy there. Just remember, again, power trips here, because we have groups, we have circles. Anytime you have more than one person, can really bring out who's the king, who's the king of the hill. And, lions are sneaky. They're fascinating to watch. In fact, I really want to recommend everybody in this page go on like YouTube and watch some lion documentaries, just their life and their energy and how they feel and what they do and what they care about, because they are a predator, okay? And they will survive, and they care about, again, their pride. They're not a solo act. They care about their pride. So, what you care about, you're going to more fiercely care about. You're going to care about even more. And this could bring division among groups, because, it's kind of like no two bulls in one pasture. Well, no two kings on the hill, in groups and circles. But if something breaks down and people separate, they're going to build two kingdoms even better. All right? Let it happen. Let the kingdoms fall, because new kingdoms are coming. We need more of the same good stuff, more of it. So when things break down, it gives us a chance to rebuild in a new way. 12th house. This will be for our Virgos. Okay, Virgos, you carry the 12th house energy in Leo. As a Virgo, I forget about that a lot, because, your rising sign, okay, really sets your life path, if you know your rising sign, and sets the path of the houses. But each sign embodies that house system that the ascendant, implies. So, for example, you could have a sun in Virgo. You're going to embody the 12th house Leo energy as the same as a Virgo rising. It's just going to be a little different, because sun is really more about your life path in a different way, your ego, your mission. You're here to learn. So with Leo in your 12th house, it's like, okay, this is a perfect example. Okay, I have to show you this example, okay? All right. So this little building that I'm in right now, all right, was an old grain hopper, and there was a property across the field from me years ago that was selling out. They were selling their property, developers, and they were like destroying all of these kind of, all of these old buildings and things. This was back from like 1930. And so I'm like, we have to get that. So a whole group of people, we got a tow truck, and we got we made these skis. They were huge underneath it, and we dragged it across this field. Let me show you. Come with me. Okay. Come with me. Gotta see it. Okay. You guys, you see that field right there? That field, we dragged it across. I have pictures. I'll have to pull out pictures. And here it is. You guys check this out. Can you guys see it? I don't know if the sun's it's hard for me to see out here, but see, it's like a round house. Okay, and I'm, here's my little party and my little couch and this little building. So come in here. I've been hiding in this little thing for years. Like, probably, I'm going to have to look back now. The date. I'm going to have to find the date that this came over here through pictures. But it's been like 14 years. I know it's been over 10 for sure. And it's just been this little private little roundhouse. Nobody's been in it. Nobody's done anything with it. Too much. I've done little things here and there, but all of a sudden I'm like, this could be the greatest set, and this could be like the greatest little office, and just different things I want to do, and my little herbs and stuff. So this is like a 12th house place for me that I've not shared with anyone, that I'm creative in. I'm extremely creative in this little hideaway here. Like when I come in here, I get all creative. Do you get it? 12th house is those hideaways, those sanctuaries, that place that you go, nobody can see, where Pisces goes. It's a lot of Pisces live in like, monasteries, or they live in like little old rubble, near an old church with a bell, and they have libraries, and like Pisces love to live around those, especially when they get older. Like, I'm really liking that idea. I never thought I would, and I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of like that. That's how I am here. This is kind of like my whole little hideaway where I do my art and creativity, and I spend time quietly concentrating. And now with the North Node coming into Leo, I'm letting people see this. Are you guys getting this? I'm letting people see this 12th house place of mine. I'm lighting it up. I'm decorating it. I'm making it where I want people to come into this 12th house of my creativity. I'm just having this revelation as I'm sharing this. So that is so cool. Now, 12th house can also be prisons, can also be mental hospitals, can also be, bed pleasures, hidden affairs. And Leo's coming to light it up. So, you guys, all of us, 4th, 8th, and 12th houses, those are kind of hidden houses when you got the sun coming in now. So we have to really pay attention to what's going on in those houses. Hopefully we've been clearing those houses the last 18 months with the North Node in Virgo. Cleaning them out, detoxifying. If you're on track right now, you should be detoxified. If you have no friends left and you were broke, okay, still broke, and you maybe just got your first car after a long time, then you're right where you need to be. Right at the place that the North Node in Leo is going to fuel this fire in the underbelly of this earth in a way that I don't think any of us are prepared for. I'm excited. I'm hanging on. I don't want to miss the show. But I'm trying to be careful. It's a lot of energy. Okay, it's going to trine Saturn. So to the end of the year, and then this summer, Mars will move into Leo. Okay, so like July, August. Pay attention to those 2 months when this happens. Okay, so lots to talk about. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys are flowing with my style. If you're having a hard time with it in any way, let me know. I just feel like, I'm working on teaching intuition and working off my intuition. So it's partly why I'm coming out here with more of an intuitive style. I'm experimenting because I've been working on operating off my intuition and letting the downloads come through. And I want to teach that to you guys, but I have to kind of experience it as well and learn how to trust that as well. But just make sure we're all on the same page. If you have any questions, please let me know. Comment below. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, these will be topics we'll be talking about the rest of the year, but I just want to lay some foundation. If I missed anything, you want to add something to this, please do, because I only scratch the surface with this kind of stuff. When you get into studying the houses, each house is a whole world. I'm scratching the surface to give us all kind of like an anchor to a house and to an understanding so we can understand it at least on a basic level. But what's going to be great is we don't know, many of us, astrologers, we can look back and we can study past events and all that's great. But never before in history has the North Node that we know of been trying with Saturn and Sagittarius. So there's other things it's doing that, yes, there can be repeating cycles. So for those of you worried, like, okay, I had these things going on this many years ago, the whole purpose is for healing to happen this many years later and to many times give back to you what you've lost. The universe is doesn't want to just keep us all like hanging by a thread. It feels like that sometimes, but it's no. But we have to understand value. And through tough experiences, we develop value for what's important. And then we can really, harness those things we value, make something out of it. All right, you guys, I'm going to just keep rambling. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you soon. Also, just to Make note, don't forget, if you want a personal reading with me, I do readings. I do my 15-minute audio readings if you want me to answer some questions like this kind of style. Um, I have options, okay? So I want to make sure you guys, if you need anything, I'm here for you. Have a great month.